We are coming to a close with the reactions for Sleep Token's first EP, 1. The first two songs were really good, and I'm really hoping that this one actually hits me really hard because I need something right now, and I'm hoping that this can be it. And being that it's Sleep Token, I really feel like that's a possibility. So, without wasting any more time, this is When the Bough Breaks by Sleep Token off of the EP, 1.
You can stay alive. Just tell me that you notice, even in the dark, the way I left you breathing. Sometimes when we touch everything we love, we say it's only just enough, even when we run with death. We can be released, flowing over sorrow days. We can stay suspended.
Ooh, that high harmony.
Even when the bough breaks. Sometimes when we touch everything we love, we say it's only just enough, even when we run with death.
This one's a slow start. Oh my God, there's so much going on. There's so many layers in the vocal. More. Oh man, I can feel the parts. Wow. So that was definitely different, in my opinion. So I mean, once again, it's not like there's tons of lyrics. It's a lot of repetition of the same thing over and over again, which I've mentioned is actually, it's very artistic when done properly. When done so beautifully, in the way that they do it, the way that Vessel is able to sing and use his voice. That repetition to me is just trying, is stressing the points that you're trying to make. You don't need to say more than what your point is, and you're getting that point across with the amount of lyrics you have. You don't need to over elaborate or whatever. So for me, I mean, now granted, pretend I didn't know about the little bit of lore and about, people tell me that, it's about an entity called sleep, all the songs and things like that. A lot of people are telling me ignore all the lore and just go into it and feel and interpret what you interpret, which is what I do prefer to do. Now, like I was about to say, granted, I've been told that already. What I did and do grasp from this is that the song is about basically your relationship with sleep. It's about, how sleep can be this toxic thing in a way, and it's one of those things where, you need it though. You don't want to let go of it. As much as it can be a bad thing for you, it's a good thing for you, and you feel like you need it, you want it around, you love the feeling that it gives you. I mean, that's the basis of what I picked up from it. Like I said, there's not tons of lyrics to have to sit and break down. Now, the part I love, and I don't even know if in the lyrics I was going to do the lyric video, the video that had lyrics on it, but when I went to click it, it wasn't loading properly, and I was like, I'm not dealing with that, because if I'm gonna listen to something, I need it to be able to play properly. And I've experienced before where I listen to stuff and it cuts out and it glitches throughout, and I was not dealing with that. It'll totally ruin my experience. So I said, scratch the lyrics. Let me just see if this video will load properly, and it did. So I went with this, but that part where I mentioned the layers in the vocal, there was so many vocal parts at the same time, and they were layered so beautifully, as far as the tones and stuff of the voice, and also the volumes were set perfect so that they didn't clash, and you were able to actually depict each different part. Now, I wasn't able to interpret everything they were saying for each different part because it was layered. And the way the brain works, you're gonna focus more on one than the other, so it's hard to hear every lyric that's going on at the same time. And I do believe, from what I was hearing, that each different layered vocal was saying a different lyric. So I am curious. I do want to check exactly what was being said there. But I just thought that whole concept was sick, and the way it made me feel was crazy. And like, the when you put something like that in a song with the vocals that layer and repeat like that, and the way they set the pan to go back and forth and stuff like that was so sick. And what that does for me, and the way I perceive it and interpret it, is that, it's the way your brain works. When thoughts and things like that just are in your head, and you have multiple thoughts going at the same time, conflicting with each other and going back and forth, and you can't stop them, and they keep just going over and over. That's what I get from that when I hear that in a song. And this one was done so well that, like, I was literally just getting chills once again, and like was starting to like get lost and like ascend a little bit. And that speaks so much to me. Now, in the beginning, I mentioned that I hope this hits me, because I need something right now. It didn't hit in the sense of what I was hoping to get out of it, but it hit in the sense of how a song can hit you, and like you can just feel the emotion behind it, and it can pull emotion out of you, and like I mentioned about, almost wanting to ascend or whatever. Like I started to feel that feeling, like I've mentioned in other videos, other bands and reactions, like like when you're at a live show and you get that high, where you're lost, and everything around you kind of just disappears, and you feel like you're starting to float, like you're getting lost in the music. That's what I started to pick up from this. So this song definitely did hit, and a lot of it is due to the vocals. Once again, it's an EP, so as to be expected, the production for me wasn't quite there, specifically and especially with the drums. The drums lacked a lot for me, and I'm not saying the drummer himself or the drum parts themselves, and I know they ended up switching drummers and stuff eventually, and the new drummer is insane, but for me, it was the production of the drums, the sound and everything like that. It didn't hit the way it needs to. And this song, unlike what song was it? Fields of Elation, I think I said, when I said about how I feel like, actually I think I didn't say it, but if you go in the comments, I think I brought it up, but I did take it out of the video, I believe. But I was saying how, and thinking how, had that song been remastered now and redone now with better production, I feel like it wouldn't hit the same. But with this song, I feel like this would hit so much harder if it was remastered and reproduced and everything. I feel like it needed to be more like full. It needed a little bit more it needed to be built around more. It was a little flat feeling in the production sense. But as far as the song itself goes, the lyrics, the message that I was picking up from it and everything, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It felt so much like an interlude, half of the song. Obviously until it kicked up and everything like that, and all the instruments came in. But it was sick. But definitely the first half, they could have split this song into two. It could have been 4 songs on the album, on the EP, and this could have been an interlude into the last song. But they put it all together, which is cool. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. And that's really all I have to say about it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's only so much I can elaborate on when it's coming from just a feeling that I can't explain. It's just something that's within me. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for sticking around for this journey. We are finally done with the first EP, and now we can move on to EP2 and then start moving into the albums, which I'm so excited for. So excited for that. So hopefully I'm going to get EP2 done really fast, and then we can just get into the albums and start digging. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I see y'all there, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace!